The horizontal lines, of course, are your strings. Now I've added the vertical lines. These are the fret wires that you see here. We don't have to memorize that either. We don't need definitions of everything either. When you write a textbook, you have to label everything and list it as you're going to need it in your studies. When you're learning things in context, just let some of the language come to you. It's obvious if I say, grab the neck of your guitar, what the neck is without writing a definition, where the body is, where the head is, what the tuning pegs are, just as the language comes out. Don't worry about everything. Don't worry that you don't have definitions right away. They'll come as you work your way through the guitar. These frets are the vertical little wires. We would say you're playing in fret 1 or fret 2 or fret 3 when you're in this space between the fret wires. Little ambiguity in our language there. We say we're in fret 1. This wire is actually the fret though. When we hit this string, obviously we get a pitch. You can go ahead and test it. What happens when you press that string against the fretboard in each of these ascending frets? You'll hear your pitch going up. As you go from left to right, the pitch gets higher and higher, as though you're going from left to right on a piano. Every fret is going to be higher than the one to the left. They're all higher than the string is when it has no finger pressing it. That's called an open string. These dots are just landmarks. We're going to see on most guitars the 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th are marked with a dot. The 12th fret is a double dot. We don't have to memorize the notes on those dots right now. Today we're just going to play on the string at a series of those dots. You may not have the 3rd fret marked. You'll definitely have 5, 7, and 9 if you have any dots on your guitar. So what we're going to do today is play notes on this first string on the frets that have these dots. We'll start on the highest single dot. That's 9 frets up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You don't have to count every time. You memorize that you're at that dot. So we'll play the 9th. We'll go down 2 frets to the other dot. That's 7. 2 frets down to the other dot, 5. So the frets we're playing are 9, 7, and 5. If you're not getting a sound, press harder on the fretboard. Place your thumb on the back of the neck and use your thumb and your finger to get an opposing force to get more pressure on the string to get your note sounding. Lots of technique things will come up as we go. Something we can see here though, if you're pressing really hard but your string still buzzes, you'll have to adjust where your finger is in this fret space. If it's far to the left in the gap, it buzzes. Bring it right up tight to the fret wire itself and you'll get a clean sound. So we're going to play on the first string. We'll play the frets 9, 7, 5. And we'll do that again. 9, 7, 5. If we were sitting together, I would just be directing you one note at a time. 9, 7, 5. Do that again. 9, 7, 5. In this song, I'd catch you now and say, while you're on that 5th fret, play it 4 times. Now move up 2 frets, play that one 4 times, the 7th fret 4 times. And then we'll do another of these, 9, 7, and 5. You can use any finger you like for now. You're just trying to get a sound. If it's your 2nd or pointer, it doesn't matter. When I'm playing, you might see that I'm going to assign a different finger to each fret. You don't have to try that yet. So we did 9, 7, 5, 9, 7, 5. Then we said there will be 4 times on the 5th fret and 4 times on the 7th. And then we did a 9, 7, 5 to finish. If you're playing along, there's a really good chance you don't know what song you were playing. Your brain divides itself, and while you're thinking of what you're doing with your fingers, how you're playing the string, you actually don't get a chance to really critically hear the song. When you hear somebody else do it, immediately you'll recognize it. We'll play it one more time and see if you get the name without me telling you. So we'll go 9, 7, 5, 9, 7, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, 7, 5. Hopefully you know that you're playing Hot Cross Buns there. Usually people will guess that only when I'm playing it. Once they know, they can recognize the song they're in. Write this all into your notes or take a photo of it. This would be in your records. I haven't told you via this information here what string you're on. We just know for a fact right now, because we've talked about it, that we're on the first string. We might as well take a little time and do another song here. We'll use those same first three notes, 9, 7, and 5. Then you can go back up to the 7. Play 3 9s, 3 7s, and 3 more 9s. Very likely as soon as we do that, you'll know what you're playing. So again, on the first string, fretting these dots, 9, 7, and 5. 9, 7, 5, 7, 3 9s, 3 7s, and 3 9s. Without writing it, I can tell you to start again. We'll go 9, 7, 5, 7. This time hit the 9 4 times. A pair of 7s, and a final 9, 7, 5. I'll go ahead and write those out now. So there are all the notes of this second song we're playing. Same place, same string. 9, 7, 5, 7, 3 9s, 3 7s. Don't be surprised there's 3 9s here. You may have wanted a higher note. 2 7s, and a final 9, 7, 5. Where we do 3 9s here, you may hear something like 9, 12, 12. Some versions of the song would have that. That's Mary Had a Little Lamb. We have Hot Cross Buns and Mary Had a Little Lamb to start with this week. Later on, we're going to start to learn to identify note names, play chords, scales, and various songs. We'll want to do all of those things one thing at a time. Right now, just trying to get used to playing the strings, coordinating your two hands, getting your fingers used to fretting. Your fingers are going to hurt a little bit after your first day. Try not to play too long at first. 5 or 10 minutes every day is a really good amount for a beginner. You want to come back to this and play about an hour after going through the lesson. You'll actually start to forget things, and don't be surprised by that. We actually forget about 50% of what we learn within an hour or two. When you go back and review it, you have to retrieve it from your memory, and that's what actually reinforces your learning. So go ahead and do that. Take a break from the lesson, but come back that same day. If you wait 2 or 3 days, your notes are almost meaningless to you when you look at them again. Try to re-ingrain it right away. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.